Oh shit! Morgan finally showed up. So we got what we needed because they sacrificed Noah for him. If y'all didn't know this, it seems like they got to make a damn sacrifice every time a new guy comes in. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Every time one of us come in, it's got to be a damn sacrifice. Either somebody's going to die before or right after. Right before or right after. T-Dog got killed as soon as Tyrese came, you know. What you call him? I can't remember what the actor's name is, but the guy who played the prison dude, he said he heard about Tyrese. He said, okay, I'm dead. He said he was dead the next day. He heard about that guy coming in. He was dead. After him, fucking Bob shows up. I was happy because when Bob showed up, Bob was actually a good character. Tyrese was shit, but they had both of them in there. Bob got dealt with, and they bring in such and such. That was the only time where it really didn't with kind of vary. Now that Morgan came in, Noah had to get. It's like every time somebody's got to fill it. It's got to be a sacrifice. Anyway, we come up with Morgan, right? Morgan's in this vehicle, and he wakes up and he's smiling. He's looking at this little lucky charm. It's a rabbit's foot. I'm guessing they did say in the Talking Dead that they was going to show what made him switch from clear, you know, remember he was a clear idiot or he was a clear psycho. He's a clear psycho, and now he's like kung fu master / pacifist. And they trying to say that there was some type of transition he went through, and I'm guessing that lucky rabbit's foot got something to do with it because he was looking at it, he just smiled, you know, that type of shit. This is gonna be my prediction. I think that when he was clearing the walkers, I think he actually got to a point where he got so many, and there wasn't that many coming through that he had time to think and reflect, and something happened. I think he actually cleared a lot of walkers first before something happened. I think what made him snap and go psycho was not just the fact that he lost his wife and his son. Was what pushed the last straw that pushed him over the edge was he wanted to get revenge on the walkers, so he's taking them all out and finally got dragged into it and went off the deep end. That's what I think happened. Anyway, we found out Morgan's a damn stick figure. I like that because we didn't have any stick figures in there just yet. This dude is a stick figure. He's basically Donatello from the Ninja Turtles. And you know what? I actually thought about saying that before I was watching Talking Dead. I was mad that they actually brought it up that he was trained or something like that by one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because I was bringing it up because I was getting ready to say that Michonne's got a sword, he's got a stick, you know, so it's like, you know, he's got the bow staff, so they're building the Ninja Turtles. I'm so mad that he said it on that episode because now you guys might think I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, he's a damn stick figure. One of the W.E.B. Du Bois stopped him in the woods and held him at gunpoint. They had a little conversation about dumb shit. The guy basically told him, we like to kidnap people, kill them, torture them, rape them, sodomize them, anything. They said the main thing they like to do is take like a light bulb, stick it in their ass, and break it in their ass. They said that was their favorite pastime. And he said, when we get through with you, he said, you'll wish you were dead until you're dead. He said, you're not making out of this. He said, we want all your shit. Now, at that moment, you see Morgan goes for his bow staff. He goes like he reaches his hand out, and the guy said, oh, he said, you're moving a little too fast for my taste. He said, that's too fast for my blood. Anyway, while they're having a little conversation, Morgan tells him, he says, I can't let you take me. I cannot let you do that. That's basically what he said. He said it just like that. He said, I can't let it happen. So that was a good declaration of war. Like if you're gonna bring it, it's on. He said, you want me to be the bad guy? Okay, it's on then. Guy comes up behind him with a blade, tries to get him, and that little confusion, he's able to get to his bow staff, and he's taking him out like this. He was doing all that kind of stuff. That stuff, oh man. I was like, hell yeah, because we didn't get any of that till just now. We've seen people with swords. I like when they switch up weapons. We've seen people with swords, machetes, guns. Well, I like the fact that they got different guns though, because my girl Sasha, she's with that. She got this the fucking sniper rifle. Shit, she got that damn rifle. Other people just use a damn handgun, which you call them Rick with the fucking revolver and shit like that. So they even the people with guns have different guns, and it differentiates them a little bit. I don't want to see everybody with the same fucking weapon, you know, and it gives them character. It switches it up and makes the show more interesting. I want to see somebody with some damn let's say like a fucking what's those things called? Those clubs, those you know what I'm talking about. The police have when it comes out and all that kind of shit. What are those shits called? Nightstick or some shit like that. I want to see somebody with those or something. Now all we need is somebody with some nunchucks and we'll have the fucking Ninja Turtles. But that was good. Anyway, in the middle of him fighting them, he's busting their ass. This is the part that had me going. He stopped right there. He put his hand out like this. He's looking straight forward. He got the stick over here. The stick is for this guy. The hand is for that guy. And he's looking like this. And he says, please. When he said, please, you know why that made me so happy? It was the implication that if you come at me, you're getting your ass kicked. I'm trying to let you out. So he's like this. He says, please, right? And the guy on the, I think the guy on the left-hand side, he looks at him, he goes, nigga, please, and launches at him. He takes him out, takes the other dude out, and he's got the stick, and he's spinning and everything like that. He's a damn karate master now. This dude is nice. And we find out also during the Talking Dead, he's a Jeffrey. This dude is a Jeffrey. You know Jeffrey from Fresh Prince, the butler? That's him. He's got the accent and everything. Now he's Jeffrey. Anyway, the dudes that he beat up revealed that they said that they were wolves and they go around hunting people and they just like fucking with people and shit like that. So that's who they are. And I'm pretty sure that the people that cut those walkers up and shit like that, I mean, my bad, not pretty sure. The people that was cutting up them walkers, that was them. And the people that what else they do with the fucking walkers? Remember they dismembered them? Oh, and they were putting W's on the walkers' heads. That was like their signature. Anyway, Rick's group, they have a little powwow, right? You know, have a little meeting and shit like that. Where Rick was talking about how he was planning on taking. Wait, no, what? Did he talk about how he was planning on taking over? He was talking with Carol, and he says that basically Carol basically said he ain't had the fucking heart to do it. Carol said, I'm ready to ride or die. Rick basically gave it up. And they were just talking about what, you know, about how he was hiding from hiding the guns and shit like that, and whether Rick was on the edge. He said, should I just come clean and just immerse myself in this group? Should I just take over just ruthlessly? Or is this or does the truth lie somewhere in between? Carol said, if it was me, I'd take this shit from him. She said, as soon as I walked in the place, I would have took the shit from him. That's pretty much what what that meeting boils down to. Anyway, Sasha looks like she's checking out. I don't know if she's gonna die soon or what. She goes into the woods with one of the walkers that she kills and lays amongst them. But she's trying to pretend that she was dead, or I don't know exactly what it was, but basically she's going off the deep end. I mean, like, she lost her man. Didn't she lose 2 guys or something like that? She need a man that bad? I've been here this whole time. I'm right here. What you need him? You need a man that bad? I'm right here. You don't have to kill yourself. Shit. I'm trying to save you. Anyway, Aaron and Daryl, they're still hiking. They happen to see something in the distance, look like a fire or something like that. And, basically they're running around looking for people to recruit. They happen to see some red guy in a red poncho. They're trying to recruit him, but they got to talk to him and interrogate him first. Anyway, Nicholas, he's on some old bullshit. You already knew Nicholas was on some old bullshit. Saint Nick, good old Saint Nick. And he's getting ready. He gets his gun. He's getting ready to do something to Glenn. he wants Glenn. He wants some get back. And Glenn did nothing to the man. But he still wants his revenge. Anyway, Gabriel, he thinks he's Denzel from the Book of Eli. And he goes out on a damn pilgrimage. He says, all I need is God. He said, the word of God, the word of God is going to protect me from any type of peril. Didn't protect everybody. All those walkers are basically people that God did not protect. Keep that in mind when you keep bringing up this God shit. I ain't saying you can't have beliefs, but goddamn, come on now. Anybody can get got at any point in time. God's not going to stop it. Okay, anyway, I think Aaron and Daryl, right? They found the little the W Boys clubhouse, right? But I know they did. They found the little clubhouse and they look and they say, ooh, they got soup in here. That's what they thought. And they're checking around and all that kind of shit. And you already know they had a booby trap set up for their asses. Opened up one of the damn soup trucks. Fucking walkers come swarming out. That shit was cray-cray, as Mr. Jeffrey said. Anyway, Carol goes for her mark, right? And her mark is Pete. She goes to teach him a lesson. She says, take good care of Tara, or otherwise I will kill you. She said, I will split you from your ass to your ankle. Pulled out a knife on him and everything. She said, go ahead and beat a woman. She said, I know you're a pussy. She said, that's what all pussies do. Basically, that's what she was saying. Basically, death to all woman beaters. And she had the personal vendetta against him. She was taking it out on her old husband, all that shit. So at this point in time, I got to forgive Carol. Why? Because, I never liked the fact that she went so hardcore. Not the fact that she went hardcore. She basically did it without really an explanation or any type of development that we've seen. I seen when she left when she was in the prison, she wasn't this. Don't get me wrong. She took a little step towards it, but a small step. It wasn't like between her then and now is night and day. So when they showed her between the point where she left the prison to the point where she showed back up and took down a whole fucking compound by herself, this compound had Michonne, Daryl, Rick, Glenn, Bob, Sasha. These are hardcore people, especially Daryl, Michonne, and Rick, and Abraham. They had Abraham, Daryl, Michonne, Rick. None of them could. They got those guys, but Carol could take down the whole compound single-handedly. Now, cool. But what made her so hardcore? They showed her backstory, and they went from her just renting out a room downtown Atlanta, some shit like that, and then just coming back. That was it. Nothing happened. So I was like, why is she so badass now? But at this point in time, I see she's going to be a badass, and that's all there is to it. So I can't keep holding the grudge. I gotta let it go if I want to keep watching and enjoying it. So I had to let it go. I let it go. Cool. She's a badass. Fine. Anyway, Nick set up a damn trap. He jumped over the fence. I knew he wanted Glenn to see him. I mean, he was just too wide open. And he jumped over the fence. Glenn follows him. He sets up the trap. They run through the woods. He shoots him. Bow! They shoot him. Made him look. He's a slave to his page in his rhyme book. Okay, he shot him in the shoulder. He walks over to go, finish him off. He's gone. It was like a damn horror movie. You think you killed the killer, and you look, he's gone. So that's what happened. So basically, Glenn's a G. That's why his name starts with a G. Anyway, Rick checks up on his wife. He goes to see Pete's wife, which is his wife, his new wife. And they talk, and she says, you were right. and everybody's starting to finally come along. The wifey, she's coming along. She's like, you know what? She said, I can't. She said, you're right. I can't let a motherfucker pound on me, and basically shit like that. Pete sees him. He peeps game, and he's looking out the window. And he says, "Got something for this coward." That's what he said. I got something for this coward. Immediately planned on getting this motherfucker. He needed some get back, basically. So anyway, Morgan, he comes just in time for the save. Daryl and Aaron are in the car after they just got surrounded by the fucking walkers and jumped inside the car. The car was a setup. It's like, because they set it up where the walkers are distributed around the that lot in the fashion where when you run, they're coming at you from all the angles towards the car. So they know the person's going to get into the car. So the person gets into the car, they get trapped. So what I think is they do is they trap the person in the car. Once the person trapped in the car, they turn on their little gadget. Once they turn the gadget on, the walkers will leave the car and go into those trucks again. Once they're in the trucks, they'll get their mark out of the car and kill them or do whatever, they torture them, whatever. That's the type of deal that they're on. But Morgan comes in just in time. When I first seen it, the head gets poked. I thought it was the W boys. I thought it was them, and I thought that they would kill the walkers and get them and round up more walkers. But they're smarter than I am, because they don't have to kill the walkers. They just keep putting them back in the trucks. They had a little machine to do it. So those guys are pretty ingenious. They're not just bumbling idiots. Anyway, Morgan comes in for the save and whatnot. They asked him, they said, "You want to join us?" He said, "Nah." He said, "I'm looking for something." He's looking for Rick. And he says, I'm lost like a motherfucker. He said, "I'm lost in the sauce and I need a little bit of help. Here's the map." So he went into his backpack and pulled out the map. Like Dora the Explorer. So he shows Daryl, and Daryl looks and he sees the little note on it. He's like, He said, this is our guy. This is Rick's old friend. So you already know what was happening after that. He was going to bring him back to the compound. He's like, "No, you really need to come with us." I like the way he used that stick, man. He was taking the walkers out. And did you see when Daryl got the chain, he cut 3 walkers' heads? What you call him? And to be honest, Aaron ain't no joke either. Aaron's all polite and a nice guy, but when it comes to taking out walkers, he's no slouch. That machete, he's nice with that machete. I gotta give it to him. I was like, yo, I was rooting for Aaron. I said, yeah, get that motherfucker. That's why he didn't want his hubby, to be out there with him. He said, I know I can take care of myself. That's why he was so confident. He knew he could take care of himself. And he knew that the dude wouldn't be able to take care of himself like he could. And he had no fear. I was like, damn, he didn't. His personality doesn't seem like that, but he's hardcore enough to be in the group. I'm starting to like Aaron. Never did dislike him, but I'm starting to actually like him more. Anyway, I think Gabriel was ready to accept God's punishment, and the reason I say that is because he walks over to a walker and he says, "Come get me. I'm ready." I'm ready. Ready for what? He's ready to be killed. I'm thinking what he's saying is that he believes that this motherfucking apocalypse is part of Genesis or some shit, whatever it is. I don't read the Bible, only read like a chapter or 2 or some shit like that, whatever they're called. The first like 20 pages or something like that. So I don't know everything. Anyway, I know it's at some point in time they say something about the dead rising or some shit like that. And I'm thinking that he's thinking that that's part of it. And that his punishment for not being a good person by letting all those people die. I think it was like 10 million people that he let die outside that church. That his punishment is to die. And that's why God sent these zombies. So that's what I think that he was thinking. But remember, Gabriel is a punk ass coward. Let's keep it real. So when the thing got to him, he says, "Come get me." And at the last second, he said, "Ah!" He said, "Nah, I can't do it." He said, "I can't." He grabs the thing, kills it. The only reason he killed it, usually he doesn't kill Walker. He killed that one because that one was going to kill him. He was like, you know what? I can't go through with it. He couldn't bring himself to just get bit by the Walker. He was like, no, I can't do it. He wasn't strong enough to do it. And he goes back to the damn compound and doesn't lock the fence. He fucked up. Anyway, Glenn goes for his man finally. He's beating Nicholas the fuck up in the woods. Nick never felt any, muscle like this. He's not used to somebody who's not scared of dying. Glenn ain't scared of dying. He almost dies every day. That's part of his normal. Matter of fact, he's scared of being safe. And I think that's exactly what's going on with the group. The group is in this compound, right? What's it called? Alexandria, right? The problem that they're having is these guys are so loose and so careless and fearless because they haven't been out in the streets and they don't know what the thug life is about. Rick and his group knows what it's really for, what's really going on in the real world. The real, not that bullshit Candyland dream, cotton candy lane world, not that shit, not Oz. We're talking about the real world. So when they're in this compound and they see how people are loose, they're saying somebody's going to get us at some point and we're not prepared, or the walkers are going to finally make it in and we're not ready. The people need to get ready. They're not ready. So they're looking at it like our lives are in danger because of how loose this group is operating. They said we can't have that. That's why Rick went off. That's why Sasha went off in the party. She said, that's all you're concerned about? She said, I'm concerned about the next motherfucker coming to get me. That's what everybody's concerned about. Well, that's what Rick's group is concerned about. The other people, they never had to deal with the governor. They didn't have to deal with hunters. They didn't have to deal with terminus. They didn't have to deal with cannibals. They never had to deal with that stuff. They dealt with a few little small minor things, but nothing major. They still have electricity, don't they? Running water and shit. They're living a good life, so they're not taking heed. So Rick is trying to get them to see that. He thought that he was going to have to kill some of those motherfuckers in order to get them to see it. Anyway, Daryl finally knows what it is now. Daryl. What the fuck? Oh, my bad. In case you guys don't know, I do have lines that I write out and shit like that, and I read the wrong one. Anyway, I said that already. But anyway, Michonne, she proved that she's still down for the cause. At first, everybody thought that she was going to turn her back on the group for Alexandria. And I was like, damn, are they making her soft? But in this episode, she revealed, she said, no, I didn't knock you out for Alexandria. She said, I knocked you out for you. You were going off the deep end. I had to bring you back. She said, if you want to take over this place, she said, I'm with you on that one too. I was like, that's my fucking wife. That's the person I married. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought that she was going to start going off the deep end and, going for Alexandria at one point. But because she so desperately wanted someplace safe where she didn't have to put up with the thug life anymore. And we seen that in one of the episodes where she was out on her own again and she was crying and shit like that. And then she went looking for Rick and Carl. So I had an idea of that, but I didn't want her to go soft. But she was the one who actually had it right. When she talked to Rick, Rick says, I was ready for a hostile takeover. He said, I was going to butt fuck everybody in this joint and take over. And he says that the reason I went to Carol and Daryl, he said, I knew they were down from the beginning. He said, I wasn't sure because you were so happy about Alexandra. I wasn't sure whether you wanted them more or whether you felt so safe here that, you wanted to leave that lifestyle alone or, whatever. It's not that he's saying he didn't trust her. He didn't trust her on this thing. I don't think he thinks, oh, Michonne's going to kill me or something like, for Alexandria. I mean, we already know that Michonne would not do that from back when, in the days of Rosemary, Rosewood, what was it, Rosewood, Crestberry, Crushwood, the city with the governor, what was it, Crushwood or some shit like that. And she what's her name? What's that whole name? Adriana, some shit like that. The lady that got that was with the governor, his little girlfriend, Sophia. What's her name? Sophia? Andrea. Andrea. She turned on Michonne for the governor and what's it, Crushwood, and Michonne stood her ground on it. So we know she's not going to turn for just a, like she said, a warm bed. But she did say she wanted that. And she explained to Rick, yes, I want this place. Yes, I like the security of it. Yes, I wanted to get off the streets. She says, but at the end of the day, I'm with you guys. She said, if something goes down, she said, and it's us against them. She says, I'm with you, and I'm ready to throw down for the crown when shit goes down. And I was like, that's my damn baby right there, man. I said, and she had the right state of mind. Rick was too far gone, but matter of fact, Carol was way too far gone. She came in that motherfucker saying, we're going to take over this place. Rick says, we might have to take over this place. You know what I'm saying? No. He didn't say we might have to. He said, more than likely, we're going to take over this place. Daryl was like, I'm with you. That type of thing. And Michonne had the right state of mind where she says, I will join Alexandria. And when shit hits the fan, which it will, then we make our move. She says, don't make it happen, let it happen. And she's absolutely right. She says, something's going to happen anyway, and then we're going to make our move. But at the end of the day, in order for you to be in order for you to keep your sanity and everything and remain morally right, you don't have to, set shit up so that way you can start killing motherfuckers in order to take over a place. She said, just let some shit happen. Wait for some shit to happen, then we can go ahead and do our thing. And that really opened my eyes. I was like, you know what, Michonne, you reminded me why I married you. Anyway, my boy Bob got another word in too. Rick started after a while, he was letting it settle what Michonne said, settle in. And he says he's listening. He's thinking back to what Bob said, and Bob says, he said, this ain't the real world. He said, this is a nightmare. And he's not trying to say that he was blind to the fact of what the reality that they're living in is, but what he was trying to say is we can be in this world, but we can't let it take us to the over the deep end. Basically, we can't be Morgan. And he was so right. That's why I like Bob, man. Bob was a G. And they took him. Damn. Then they took Noah. Shit. They could have Gabriel, Tyrese, and Bob. I'm not going to say Bob. And T-Dog. But Bob and Noah, those are some good characters. Anyway, yeah, Bob got his last words, and it was like, yeah, Bob was right. He says we got to do what it takes. But at the same time, we're not living for this world. We're living for the world that we were in before, the real world. Anyway, Rick is on the case because he goes to the fence and he sees that it's open and he sees a little blood trail, so he knows what it is. He says fucking walkers and crept in. So he had closed the fence first and went around looking for the walkers. Went on the case. Anyway, Sasha turned to God, so she went completely Looney Tune. She turned to God. In the zombie apocalypse, that's the last thing I'm going to is a church. I'm going to a damn gun store. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to find me a weapon. My weapon of choice has got to be something sharp. I probably go for a machete and a small axe. I probably have like 3 weapons on me. A machete, an axe, and maybe a sword. Learn how to use it, you know what I'm saying? Get pretty good, hand-to-hand combat, work my way up. Anyway, she talks to Gabriel and she says, I'm losing my fucking mind. So she realizes it. She says, I need help. And she was turning to God. And Gabriel says, I can't help you. Gabriel is having troubles accepting himself for what he did, and he's also having trouble accepting the group for what they did. Remember, they was killing folks and stuff. Like, he's seen them kill people. So he thinks they're bad people, but he also thinks he's a bad person. He wants to kill himself, remember? So that's what he's really seeing. I'm not sure. I'm kind of pissed at Gabriel, and they could, if they take his ass, I'll be all right with it. But I want to see how far this goes and what he could be later on and see what happens. Because he might redeem himself. Because even though I'm mad at about what he did for the, to the group, he's doing it to himself. So it's not like he's, singling anybody out. He's doing it to himself. He tried to kill himself. He says, you guys aren't good enough. I seen what you did to that guy, when he killed Bob and whatnot. You went right up and you seen Sasha, she put that knife up in that dude's throat, just like, you seen that. So that's the image in his head. He said, I can't help you people. You guys are evil. He's barking up the wrong fucking tree. He gets into a scuffle with Sasha. Sasha fucks him up, gets the gun, and she's got him like this. And she doesn't miss her mark. Anyway, Rick finds his target, and he's like, what's it, like 3 or 4 walkers? This shit was the nastiest fucking thing. He's taking them out, but he's trying not to use the gun because he doesn't want people to hear the gun go off. Anyway, that old ass lady, she starts the meeting. She says, fuck Rick. She said, we got to start this meeting. They said, Nicholas isn't here either. She said, fuck him in the ass too. She said, we got to start this meeting. They start the meeting, and everybody's, on Rick's team, they're trying to tell him, yo, Rick is a good person, but he just had to do what he had to do. And in order for us to make it through. She says, y'all don't know about what it's like out there. Even though he might have done something that you think are a little bit too much, it's only for the good of the group. They said he sacrificed himself almost sacrificed himself a couple of times. He saved people's lives on multiple occasions. He's a good guy. He's just living in a fucked up world. Basically, good kid, mad city. Basically, that's all it is. And Alexandra, they're saying, yo, I don't feel safe with somebody with a gun-toting maniac in here. Did you see what he did to Pete? All Pete did was beat the shit out of his wife. He only beat the brakes off his wife. It's not like she's not his property. That's how they don't realize that, the type of world they're living in. They keep thinking that this is like, they're operating as if they're in the regular world because they didn't have to face, the zombie apocalypse. All they had to do was throw some walls up. That's all they've done. Throw some walls up, kick a couple people out. That's it. Go foraging, hunting. That's it. That's the only thing they've ever had to have done. So they keep operating as if shit doesn't get real in the streets. Another what's her name? The old ass lady. What's her name? The lady Meryl Streep or whatever her name is. The lady who's running the place. She says, I got to tell you guys, and I'm surprised Maggie didn't say anything about what Gabriel had said, but I'm guessing she's thinking that if she had told Rick's group what Gabriel had done, that Rick would think, damn, we got to get the drop on Meryl Streep and start to take over now, because I can guarantee that she's planning against us right now. She's plotting on us. So I'm guessing that's why she didn't say it. Anyway, she goes in and tells everybody what Gabriel says. She says Gabriel is he's part of their clique, and he said that he doesn't approve of them. But her husband also said that the person who stopped Rick was somebody in that group. So there's no telling exactly what it is, because they really wanted to take him out. They could have. So it's not, you can't really, it's no way to actually prove whether they're good or bad people so far in the eyes of Alexandria. Anyway, they said that they wanted basically to get rid of Rick. Rick shows up. He finally has a little say in the meeting after he got rid of the damn Walker, blew the Walker brain out and the shit splattered all on him. That shit was nasty. Did that turn your stomach? That turned my stomach. Anyway, he says you guys are not strong enough, and that I don't take back what I said before. I'm gonna try to, but he's taking Michonne's advice. He said I'm trying to be more understanding, camera can't see you. I'm trying to be more understanding of the situation, but at the same time, you guys got to shape up or it's over with. What he said was that you guys are lucky and luck will run out. At some point in time, it's going to run out. And he's absolutely right. You guys have been lucky. And they've had times where they felt like they were lucky, like at the prison, at Crushwood. No, they wasn't at Crushwood. What's the other place? Herschel's Farm, at that camp, you know, in the woods by Atlanta, where Shane said they should stay. All that shit. They had times where they thought they were going to be safe and whatnot. And shit always hit the fan. So he's saying, yo, we got to get ready. We got to be ready like Freddie and heavy like a Chevy. Because it's going down, baby. He said some point in time it's going to go down, baby. Anyway, Sasha and Glenn, they have to make a choice. Sasha's got Gabriel in the crosshair. Glenn, he fucked Nicholas up, and he's got him in his sights. So they had to choose whether they're going to kill him. Sasha's trying to hold back, but she's pissed, and she's like, okay, I finally got somebody else I can kill, or a human I can kill. That'd be even better. Glenn, he's on the other end where I'm mad, I'm pissed, but should I kill this guy? You know, because here's the reason why he shouldn't kill him. Because you need something to bring back to Alexandria. If you kill Nicholas and come back and say, Nicholas tried to kill me, why would they believe you? You understand? You need to bring him back before you kill him. The next time you can kill him. But as of right now, Alexandria can't trust Glenn, so they can't trust him saying that Nicholas tried to kill him. So you got to bring Nicholas back this time. Anyway, Maggie comes in for the saves what you call his ass, Gabriel's ass. Glenn, he says he couldn't do it. I don't know if he thought it through, because if he thought it through and thought logically, don't kill the guy. But I don't know if he thought, damn, I don't want to, become, a mass murderer. I don't know if he said that. I'm not sure, and I'm not even going to speculate on it. Anyway, Morgan's in the damn house, and Michonne is back in battle mode. Because what's that happened? Pete shows up to finally comes and get Rick. In the midst of this, he took Michonne's sword or her katana, and he cuts Meryl Streep's husband, cuts his throat, kills him. Now, Abraham gets him down, and Rick was like, see, told you guys it's only a matter of time for somebody flips on you. So he looked at, what's her name? I keep calling her Meryl Streep, but I can't remember her name. Meryl, he looks at the fucking lady running Alexandria, and he looks at her, and he's basically asked for approval. He's like, is it time? And she says, it's time. Get his ass. He turned right around, bang. Didn't have to think twice. And killing Pete was double easy and double fun for him. And everybody in Alexandria was like, oh my God, oh my God. She said, they're basically saying this didn't happen until Rick's group showed up. But it was one of the people from their group that did it. So understand, it wasn't Rick's fault. So anyway, they finally see the light. What's called mayor of Alexandria, she sees the light because she's like, damn, they really was right. Some shit did go down here. It is dangerous. People can die. My husband just died. My son died. Now I really believe them. The people in Alexandria are like, damn, this is how it is in the field. This is how real it is in the field. Okay, they're starting to understand. Anyway, Rick sees Morgan. We don't see much of that. Other than that, they just look and, oh, it's Morgan, that type of thing. Michonne's back in battle mode. She gets her sword back and she keeps it on her. She's like, yo, even though she liked the fact of being in a safe place and trying to be in a bubble, she said, damn, there's really no way out of this world. I can try to protect myself as much as I can from that, but there's no getting out of it. So she says, let me stay in it. Let me stay in, battle phase, but just enjoy the freedoms of being safe for the time being, which is the correct attitude. That's what she did. Anyway, this episode was off the chain good. Every aspect of it, all the development, You know, I liked how Michonne got brought back. You know, that's my wife. Like how they brought her back and how they explained everything. How they got Rick to see the light, because Rick was on the wrong end too. Rick was on some let's shoot him up. Carol was on some shoot him up shit too. Daryl, he seemed to be the one that was able to adjust to it, although he was ready to go along with it. He was in the right state, Daryl. Michonne was in the right state of mind. Sasha looked like I think she might die because she going fucking crazy. All this dumb shit she's doing. She laid in there with the fucking walkers. That I don't know if that's a symbol that she's going to die or whatnot. Also, in real life, I think she's pregnant, or either that or she just had a baby. So I'm not sure like how long she's got left. Anyway, what's my thought on the Fear the Walking Dead? I want to see it. Should be ashamed of that. I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, I was so hyped at the beginning of Morgan using observation hockey. Yeah, Morgan did use observation hockey. He was holding them two dudes down without looking at them. No, when you're fighting that way, you always look directly ahead of yourself. Why? If I look at him, I can't see him. If I look at him, I can't see him. So I look ahead so I can see them both in my peripheral vision. So that's what he was supposed to do. Yeah, and Morgan, oh man, he got real good hand-to-hand combat. And like I said, they mixed it up with the different styles of fighting, which keeps every character interesting. Should I watch The Walking Dead? Watch it right now. There will be some disappointing moments, but overall, I think you will enjoy it. Glenn pissed me off, even though he was struggling to live in the end. He let the punk live. He was supposed to let him live. If he would have killed him, what do you think the people at Alexandria would do or think? They have guns at Alexandria. Glenn could die. You got to let him get away with that just this once. The next time you can kill Nicholas. Okay, let's see. AMC better not fuck up Morgan. Better be Rick till the end of the series. But me and Sasha belongs to me, player. That's my baby. She's carrying it. No, don't do that. Man, we gonna have to fight to the death. I told you, Sasha's my wife, and so is Michonne. What's the name? Rosita. That's the side piece. Okay. Okay. Rick, Carol, Glenn, Abraham, Maggie, Michonne, Sasha, Father Gabriel, Morgan, baby. Baby is back. Heck yes, and he's like a Jedi master. Yeah, he is. He got a bow saber. That's what they should do. They should have somebody with a lightsaber. Have that as the weapon. I don't want this to happen, but it looks like they going to set up Rick versus Morgan next season, with Morgan being the voice of reason. I don't need Herschel or Tyrese. I need Morgan being Morgan. I you know what? I forgot to touch up on that. I was wondering whether they was going to clash. I don't think that it's going to be that big of a clash like Rick versus Morgan, like completely, because Morgan's not going to let somebody kill him. But Morgan's not going to kill everybody. And he says all life is precious. And he let people that are killers get away. So Rick wouldn't do that. So when he sees Rick, he's going to say, damn, Rick, you changed. So I can see them disagreeing. But I don't think Morgan doesn't know what time it is. I think Morgan probably, maybe if he doesn't kill, I don't think he's going to stop the other people from killing. I'm not sure about that, but I want to see. I'm interested, but I'm pretty sure that. I believe that Morgan will be down for the group. I just don't think he'll be the one pulling the trigger, when it needs to be done. Okay, Daryl, Aiden, they were awesome. They were all awesome and epic in the finale. Yup. Aaron, Aiden, I was wondering who the hell that was. Okay, Daryl was a beast and Aaron was kick-ass. Yeah, he was. Means a sellout. Now he's faking reaction by writing script. I've always had them written. I don't know if you knew that from every last episode, all the anime reviews, manga reviews, all those are scripted, just in case you wanted to know. Some of it's improv. It's about 60% scripted, 40% improv, okay? But I found interesting in some, well, not all of it, and you know what? It's less than that. 60% scripted, 20% improv, and 20% rehearsed. So I don't just get on here and just go off the cuff. Some of the stuff is off the cuff, probably like 20%, but the other 20% is rehearsed. Like before I do the video, I rehearse the shit, go over everything I need to do. Also, the other 60% is actually me typing stuff down and keeping everything organized. Okay, what I found interesting was the role reversal between Morgan and Rick. When Rick found Morgan the second time, Morgan was crazy. Now Morgan meets Rick and he's crazy. Rick's not completely off the deep end. Morgan was completely off the deep end, but pretty much, yeah. Killing Bob was a huge mistake. Yup. Know what happened to him? Yup. Yet we still had bitch ass Gabriel. Yup. I'm with Anime Rick on this. I'm with him on this. Gabriel is scum. Yeah. First, he's a man of God. Then he's ripping out pages from the Bible. He says the word of God will protect him, yet he neglects religion now. I'm not sure. Okay, when Maggie was mean mugging Gabriel from the window, she had the same look my ex-girlfriend had when she caught me cheating. Just a look of hatred. She slapped me up. She's supposed to slap you up. Now I'm playing. Okay, damn, them bitches stay calling you. Yes, they do. Okay, no, Zoro Fanboy review stream tonight. I don't know. I gotta check with him on that. Okay, Gabriel, in my eyes, is a poorly written character. I don't think so. Is he a poorly written character? Nah. What's so poorly written about him? They got to clear the. They got to clear. They got to clear. What am I trying to say? The way they wrote the character was they made it clear what he's thinking and how he's reacting. This person seems like a person that really would be in a zombie apocalypse, who went through some trauma, who said that I'm a killer, and what should I do about this? And I'm a man of God. God probably would want me dead. Remember, God smites a lot of fucking people. So if that's the case, God wants me dead. He sounds like shit is going the way it's supposed to go in the regular apocalypse. He's just a unlikable character. You know, they can make goodly, well-written characters that you don't like. You know, that type of thing. Okay, I don't hate him. I hate him for now. I think they could switch my mind a little bit, but as of right now, I don't like him. Technically, it was Rick's group's fault that the walkers got in Alexandria. How? Oh yeah, because it was Gabriel. My bad. I found him. So even though he saved him from the walkers, it was Rick's group. But Gabriel turned his back on the group. So technically, it was just Gabriel, because Gabriel said he wasn't with the group. He said, "I'm not like them." Okay, I found him intriguing and interesting, but he's not like the others. Gabriel, shit. What was I going to say? Oh, Gabriel did the same thing. Remember when he didn't let the walker kill him? He did the same thing with Rick's group. He thought the group was evil, but he let them take care of him as long as they was going to help him survive. So he's sticking to what he was doing before. Rick's group. Okay, you mean Gabriel's fault? Yeah, pretty much. I think that when the gate was down, the dude that Aaron and Daryl were chasing got inside the gate. That gate was open for a while. I don't know. Okay, but he's part of the group, even if he's two-faced. He ain't part of the group. If the dude turns on the group and sells them out, is he really part of the group? Yeah, he's with us. He's not going to do time with you. If somebody snitches on you, if y'all commit a crime together, the dude snitches on you, is he with your group? You're the one that's going to do the time. He's not. He ain't with the group. He pretended like he was with the group. The group accepted him, not knowing that he didn't accept the group. So no, he's not part of an individual fault, not the whole group. Okay, in case again, you know it was hockey. Yes, it was. East Blue was like, no, it was hockey. I thought it was just peripheral vision, but no, it's hockey. He's right. Okay, just because Gabriel is different than Rick's group doesn't make him interesting. Yes, it does. Stuff being different does make it intriguing. It doesn't make it very intriguing, because you can still be boring, but it does add a little bit of intrigue to it, just being different. But do I think Gabriel is intriguing? Hell no. He's right about that. Gabriel is not really that interesting. I see potential if they can work it right. I see potential, but I don't see him interested now, as of now. Man, they killed the mayor's husband. That was a bit sad. The guy was like, oh, yeah, I did not like him going. He was trying to talk to the wife, trying to help her. He's like, yo, this and this and this. He tried to help Noah out. You know, he had skills. He was a builder. You know, he was an architect. He had skills that could help the group. Okay, the relationship between Rick and Morgan will be quite sick. I hope Morgan will be like Tyrese in the comics, more leader-like. I don't want him to be a leader like a group leader. Like the group leaders right now, I think is Rick, obviously, Daryl, then Glenn. Then possibly after that, Abraham is like a sub-leader, because even though Abraham is not a leader of the group, he's a leader of his group, and his group is a group within a group. You get it? So I think he's like a sub-leader, but he's not a leader of the entire group. The next person in line, I'm not sure. I am not too sure. Morgan, I would rather see him just, you know, blend in with the group and just be a badass within the group. That would be nice. I'd rather see him at, you know, Rick's, you know, right hand, but not necessarily as a leader. Maybe, you know, an advisor or something like that. I would like to see that. But as a leader, we already got Glenn and Daryl. Michonne, I don't think she's a leader type. Even though she's a hardcore, she's a badass. She can guide herself, but I don't think she's like a leader type of a group. I think if she had a chance, she would be able to do something, but I don't see her as like, you know, a huge leader. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broken. You got the power to change that. Peace. Y'all got me losing my voice. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. The reason why Ninja Turtle was the first thing to come to my mind when I seen Michonne has a katana, what you call him, Morgan has a bow staff. Donatello is my favorite Ninja Turtle, the one with the bow staff. Love the character. I don't see why everybody likes Michelangelo. He seemed like an idiot to me. And there's nothing wrong with an idiot, but everybody likes Donatello the least. Why? Because he's smart? Because he makes sense? Because he thinks logically? Come on now. There's nothing wrong with Donatello. Donatello's my boy, man. I love that character. Anyway, peace. What am I doing? I'm messing up.